Hey guys, it's Southwest 82. I know it's been a while since I put an update on up at the shop right now. Obviously, we've redone it just a little bit, added a lot more lighting since I'm about to do my own. Actually, have been doing my own body work. One of the first things I've done tonight is I'm finally got the air to water. Sorry for the hiss, my air hose is leaking. Finally got the water routed for the intercooler. It's leaking a little bit off the top of the heat exchanger. I didn't seal it yet, so it's no big deal. It's just pulling the fittings off. But if you look down into the reservoir, you can see that it is circulating quite nicely. I don't have the temp gauge hooked up yet, but I can actually feel that this is definitely cooler than it was earlier because I had the engine running. So it's got a nice little chill to it. It's kind of exciting to hear it all sloshing and gurgling through. So that being said, the next big thing, make sure it doesn't back up and overflow. Next big thing, of course, I put the Koenig feathers on, and if you remember, the fenders on this car would not accommodate the wheels. So what I did was I had got a Eastwood fender roller, rolled out the initial lip on the underside, then measured right here from the middle, and then 12 centimeters on either side. Sorry, I use metric for everything, even though this is America. Nurse, it just makes life easier. Anyway, so measured 12 on either side, and then I pulled almost an inch, inch and a half, 2 inches this way. So what you got is a nice even flare that will not hit when everything compresses down. So this side was kind of like the pilot side. I just used a cheap set of hammers and dollies from Harbor Freight. I mean, they're like 30 bucks a set. They did okay. Not overly impressed with the hammers because they're not flat faced, but it did the job. For being my very first fender that I've ever done any body work on, I think that came out pretty darn good. As I get hung up on the salamander going around the corner. This fender on this side is the one that's causing me a little bit of grief. If you remember, this is the one that was had been hit, or they sideswiped something. So I actually had 2 creases to work out. The first crease ran right here, and the second crease ran right here. So what I had to do was actually get up onto the underside and push the metal out this way, push it back in to get this contour, push it out again, and I slowly got the rough shape. Now this one is just a little bit off from the other side. Need to get a contour gauge to finish it off, but other than that, I mean, it's got a rough shape, nothing I can't finish off with a very thin layer of Bondo. Thinking about going up to the Eastwood store. They're just about an hour away, getting a shrinking hammer, because the metal just is not cooperating right here. It's oil canning on me. Either that, or I'll just heat it up with MAP gas and get it shrunk down. So the GTi is making good progress right now. There's not a whole lot left to do in the engine other than just some simple wire routing. I've got to hook up some relays for the main power. That way I just don't have to keep using my hoopty setup of just plugging a wire into the hot side. And so I figure another weekend or two, and I should have all the front of the engine put back together. Am going to be doing my own paint, so we'll be using an HVLP gun. I think I'm going to just sand and prime right over the existing paint. I'm going to use like an ultra white. I might do a metallic white, not sure yet. So if you guys got any thoughts, let me know. I'm not doing any other color than white right now since my base is white. But anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. I picked up a new acquisition from Harbor Freight, or China Freight as I call it. It was on sale half price. It's got most all my tools in it that I need, and pretty darn good setup. So, alright guys, thanks for following.